Yeah. What's good? What's good? What's good? You guys are tuned into another edition of the Linc Up, an off-season edition of the Linc Up featuring the amazing, the illustrious Symone Stanley, the Broad Street bully, Lord Brunson himself, and yours truly, Tone DeShields II from Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. You guys. These past 24 to 36 hours have been nothing short of entertainment, emotion, elation, degradation, any Asian you could think of. These past 36 hours have been that. But let's not waste no time. Make sure y'all smash that like button, of course. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. It means a lot to us, goes a long way. You guys have waited long enough. Symone, LB, first and foremost, before we get too deep into the content, how y'all feeling today?
I'm cooling, man. Fresh off vacation, still tired, but F it, we ball.
Symone, you don't look too good. You look a little sick. You look a little famished.
Y'all know how much I love CJ, man. And
she getting right to it. She didn't even tell me she felt. She getting right to it.
I'm saying, but I thought it was a joke. I was looking for that Centel, that I was looking for Dove climbing, no sources. I had to triple check that it was in. I ain't got nothing.
Well, look, here's the thing, right? The Eagles, ultimately, they traded CJGJ. Obviously, a lot of you guys don't like that. A lot of you guys are pretty tight about that. But here's the details to the trade. The Philadelphia Eagles are trading CJ Gardner-Johnson to the Texans in exchange for offensive guard Quinyon Green. He's a former first-round pick. The Eagles will also receive a 2026 fifth-round pick, and the Texans will get a 2026 sixth-round pick. So basically, it was a player swap and a pick swap. I'll speak for myself. I didn't really expect this. I didn't expect this in the slightest, especially knowing that they've lost a lot of bodies on defense already, a lot of key contributors, in Sweat and Milton Williams. They lost Isaiah Rodgers. The Slay situation is still kind of in the air a little bit. We really don't know exactly what's going on with that technically. But now you add CJ Gardner-Johnson to that list. And I think we all know CJ Gardner-Johnson, despite how people feel about him externally and internally, he brought a fire, he brought a swagger, he brought a heart to this defense that they were lacking in 2023. So again, it's no mistake that when he was here, the Eagles made it to 2 Super Bowls. He was a huge contributor. 12 interceptions over the 2 years that he was here. Had no problem tackling, was a willing tackler. Very effective when on the field, when healthy. And again, it's something that kind of took me by surprise, if I'm being honest. Like you said, Symone, I thought it was a trick. Somebody text me. I'm like, nah, this can't be real. So I double checked everything, and I'm like, oh shit, what's going on? And we all have had conversations, online, offline about this situation. And again, when you couple this situation with the whole back and forth between him and Slay, or I don't know if you call it a back and forth, but just the dynamic between him and Slay, when you put that into the pot as well, it looks a little funny in the light. I'll say that.
Not to me, so it's not breaking news that I'm privy to information on some things that happened, off the football field. So when the casual sees these things, I'm a casual too. I don't want to talk about I don't know what I am. But when a casual sees these things and he says, well, what is Howie doing? This, that, and the third. They're not privy to the information. You know what I mean? And sometimes it's a gift and a curse. Y'all know if I ain't like this move, y'all have seen Lunchtime with the Bullies before. I'd be all over the place. Now, I don't like the move, but it had to be done, man. It had to be done, man. Sometimes people don't get along. Sometimes things go too far. And, sometimes it just got to be done for the betterment of the team. For the betterment of the team, man. I talked to CJ, 3-4 days ago. And, I talked about not letting situations trick you out of your position. Now, what I can't do is I can't show a young 27-year-old millionaire how to celebrate being a champion. There's no way in the world that I'm having a better time being a world champion than these guys are. You know what I mean? So it's almost kind of like, if that's the bid you want to make, you want to be disgruntled and all of this, man. And these are the steps that the organization is going to take. I don't know if Slay will be back. We might have lost two. Slay, we already knew this could have been the end of the road for Slay. But CJ, you know what I mean? I don't even think we even saved the money on this one. So that should let you guys know that it was much more than what you're reading. You know what I mean? Sometimes some things are just character issues. Some things can just be character issues, and organizations don't want to deal with character flaws, man. And it sucks, man, because we staring down the barrel of a Super Bowl window, bro. We are staring down the barrel of a Super Bowl window, and we have lost so many pieces on the defense already. But the one piece we did retain was the one guy that made All Pro. You know what I mean? And Zach Bones, so we could be happy about that. But look at the guys, man. Look, you gotta look at certain guys, man, who thrive in the Philadelphia Eagles culture, man. They not the guys that make the tabloids run in their mouth, bro. You know what I mean? That's why, I just don't like when AJ Brown talk. Just be quiet sometime, bro. I know you go get a therapist. If you need somebody to vent to, do that. Call up one of your homeboys, but publicly crashing out or publicly having these type of spats or issues in public, the Eagles are not the organization to deal with that, bro. They will move on, bro.
That's a good point. That's a good point. They make it very clear no one is bigger than the brand. No one is bigger than the logo, right?
You're not. And then let's think about it from this aspect too. You know what I mean? We not no peasant franchise who don't got no rings. See the Panthers would deal with that. You know what I mean? The Browns got to deal with that. The Bengals got to deal with that. The Bills got to deal with that. We don't got to deal with that, man. We got 2 rings. We in an elite club of just grace and just dominance, bro. We don't want to deal with that. Especially if we feel like you're somebody that we can replace. And it's gonna be hard to replace somebody like CJ, but they rolled the dice on it, bro, and sent him somewhere to go be elite with a good team around him.
Yeah, they didn't send him to a bad team, right, Symone?
They didn't.
Yeah.
That shows that they care somewhat, because they could have got more for him.
Yeah, the sad thing about the thing that makes it the hardest for me as a CJ lover, y'all know I got CJ Gardner-Johnson jersey. I don't even know what to do. The thing that makes it the hardest is that I understand it. That's what makes it the hardest, because you know what I mean? Like, you love something, but you understand you got to let it go. That she hurt the most. You know what I'm saying? It'd be easier if I could just crash out and it didn't make sense. Like, knowing that you love something, but you have to let it go, that stings even worse. But yeah, I'm saying, like, CJGJ, the things that we as fans loved about him the most, those are things that teammates, coaches, and maybe executives don't want to deal with. You know what I mean? Like, CJGJ's energy, CJGJ's passion, CJGJ's swag that he brings on the field and online. You know what I mean? That fires us up as fans. You know what I mean? But for a coach, for a teammate, for an executive, that's just extra baggage that they don't want to most likely deal with. And it's for the betterment of the team.
We was gonna have smoke with the Swifties for the foreseeable future. Next year, moving on, we was gonna have all type of smoke with them, man, for the foreseeable future, man. But I don't think that should matter. I think that the organization should shield players that's just having innocent fun. But all I can say for people that's confused about the situation is, trust me when I say it had to happen, bro. Trust me when I say it had to happen. I'm never gonna like talk about any confidential information. Y'all know if it ain't have to happen, and if I was confused, I'd have ripped the steering wheel off. I'd have flipped the table if I was at the crib.
Mm-hmm.
But some things have to happen. Now it's all about, what are we going to do to adjust? What is Vic Fangio going to do? Who's going to be in that position now? Are you going to draft? Are you going to trade? What are you going to do?
So Then we bring in CJGJ re-signed before Vic Fangio or after?
I would have to say after.
Yeah, it was after. I think they brought him back.
Yeah, typically they bring in their coaches before they bring in the player.
But I think it was a Howie move though. I feel like Howie knew he made a mistake by letting him go and not getting the deal done. I think it was a Howie Roseman move.
Right. And now that Howie was actually able to, now that they was actually able to follow through all the way and actually win the chip, it makes it easier to give him up the second time. You get what I'm saying? Like you got what you wanted from bringing him back. The first time you gave up on him, y'all went to the Super Bowl, y'all lost it, things kind of went south, and the defense did what it did in 2023. You bring him back, y'all actually finished through with the deal, finished through to win the whole thing. Now in your mind, you feel a little bit more comfortable making that move. You got a little bit more leeway in that situation. But again, this is a situation where, and it's funny, I tweeted, right? And I got a lot of people asking me what's going on, but like I tweeted after some insight and offline conversations, maybe it was the right decision. And I got a lot of people in a frenzy because I said that, right? And look, like you, LB, we talk a lot offline. We talk a lot offline. And regardless of the fan perspective, when you think about it from the business perspective, the professional perspective, when you try to put yourself in those other players' shoes and within that organization, maybe this was the right move. Maybe this was the right move. Again, the same thing that'll make you laugh and make you cry, right? So CJGJ, what he brings to the table, that energy that we love, that swag, that shit talking we love because we from Philly and that's the vibe we on. Yeah, but that don't work everywhere. That don't work in every building. That don't work in every dynamic. So, and it's funny, every time CJ ever broke down the team, he would always say, listen, y'all, I talk a lot of shit. And he'll give his leadership quotes and so on and so forth. But I personally felt like CJ was turning a corner after he got ejected from that Washington game. I felt like he turned a corner as a professional and realized how important he was to this team and how he can't be a crash, how he can't be a liability. I felt like that was a big turning point for him in his career. And for things to ultimately end up like this, especially again, when you couple it with the whole Twitter crash out he had on, social media, whatever, it was just like at some point, you can't give everything your energy, no matter how much you agree or disagree, right? Sometimes it's cool just to type it in your notes, pretend like you tweeted it and put your phone down. You know what I mean? It's so many tweets that I tweet or post. It's so many tweets that I type out and then I delete it and I feel way better because I'm like, you know what? I think I need to just write that or just get that out. You know what I'm saying? It's so much shit I want to put on Twitter that I just don't. So it's just now we have to start looking at life beyond this situation, right? Who do the Philadelphia Eagles currently have on the roster at safety who they potentially see taking that next step forward? Because we can sit here and wallow about CJGJ all we want, Eagles fans, but the reality is the deal is done, and now we got to start looking at the future and what things look like going forward. Because we are Eagles supporters more than anything. We're not CJGJ supporters more than anything. We're Eagles supporters. So, I'll look at guys like Sidney Brown, right? What's the next step for him? How high are they on him, right? Are you that comfortable in where he is in his progression and what Vic Fangio can do for him and Christian Parkin can do for him? Are you that comfortable in that farm system to the point where you're able to move on from CJGJ, right? You did bring in Lewis Seen at the end of the season, a former Georgia safety, right? What does he have? Are you going to draft another DB? I'm sure they will, but I want to get your perspective on that. Beyond the CJGJ part of it, and Symone, we can start with you. When you look at who they have on the roster currently at safety, Reed Blankenship, Sidney Brown, Lewis Seen, Tristan McCullum. When you look at guys like that, are you confident in where they can take their opportunity?
First, I'm laughing because everybody got LB tweet blowing up.
Wait.
Eagles Nation.
Oh, yeah.
Eagles Nation got per Lord Brunson says he spoke to CJ Gardner-Johnson.
Oh, here they go. They better put you in a bind.
Right, he blowing up.
Put me in no bind because my lips is sealed. They like, what does trust me mean?
No, he's not about to be in no bind.
Right, they're like, what does trust me mean? I'm not trusting nobody named Lord Brunson. Well, don't trust me then. Be mad then. You see me, I try to bring you a peace of mind. If I tell you, if I tell you what I know, then I might got to kill you. You know what I mean? I try to get you a piece of mind. I'm telling you, trust me. If you trust me, then you won't feel bad about it. Trust me. I'm all for the betterment of the team. You ain't gotta trust me. Who else did he talk to about it? Go trust them then.
Exactly.
And it's the thing about it. You know why you don't want to trust me? To all the people out there, you don't want to trust me because I don't wear no tie. I don't come on the screen talking like Pee Wee Herman. You want
Yo,
to know what,
bro,
man? Some
this
of
is
these young
funny.
bulls that's in contact with me, half the young bulls that's in the league are from the inner city, and they relate to somebody like me. That's why they talk to me. So go trust whatever they tell anybody else who got Toucan Sam nose tight suit wearing. They can go listen to them then.
Listen, the
don't care.
reality is, I think they. I think people more bitter than anything, right? I'm looking at some of these replies and they hilarious. Like, it's yo. Twitter is so much more funny when you actually know the truth and you know people don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
It's way more funny because, like,
Yeah, you know
again,
what I'm saying?
we talk and that photo is very recent. I'm talking the past 3-4 days recent.
Listen, listen. I'm FaceTiming NFL athletes in Jamaica. What are we talking about here, man? Go trust who you want to trust, bro. You ain't got to trust me. I don't care, man. I know what's going on. And I talked to Slay today. But I'm not one of them guys that's going to just throw that information out there for no clout. I don't need no clout, bro.
Exactly.
I don't need no clout, bro. I just like knowing the truth. So, you know.
But that's the thing, though, right? LB, you said something real interesting, right? The fact that the way you packaged, right? The way you like the aesthetic that you provide to this content game, it's rather unorthodox in terms of mainstream media. So people have a hard time, unfortunately, people got a hard time investing that trust in somebody that carry it the way you carry it. And the reality is, you've been doing this content thing for a long time and you more plugged in than people want to give you credit for. And trust me, I'm not saying this because I work with you. I'm not saying this because like we homies, none of that, bro. I'm saying this because I've seen it. I've seen it before. I've seen it before we did content. I'm seeing it while we do content, bro. I'm always like you've always been that guy that, from what I can tell, from what I've seen, to be plugged in, and you always handled it and carried it with grace. You never crashed out. You never put nobody's business on Front Street. You always carry it like a pro. You carried it like a pro. And a lot of people, what they really want, they want you to crash out. They want you to put those messages out there. And the reality is, for why? Relationships are more important than the clicks any day of the week.
Any day of the week. And somebody just said in the thing, LB, is not about you. You sad right now, understand. But I just want you to understand this. If it was about me, the messages would be out there. If it was about me. It ain't about me. It'll never be about me. It's about the Eagles. It's about the team, which is why I'm not sitting here boo-hooing and being upset when I know the truth. So, you know, we got to move on. And my whole message is, being as though I know more than the average person, is it had to happen. It had to happen. It ain't happen for no reason. Howie ain't just do a line in his office and start making crazy moves. You know what I'm saying? It had to happen, bro. It's a method to this. You know what I mean? This was a reaction to something that happens. It had to happen, bro. So, you know, that's life, man.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Man. So it'll be like, when you think about this, someone go ahead. You got something in your mind. I can sense it.
I mean, we fresh popped this stream up. I'm still processing everything in my mind. Like, I'm still processing. Like, first of all, I'm getting jump scares. Every time my phone buzzes, I'm scared. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm on edge right now. Okay. First of all, I don't even.
I'm scared, y'all. I ain't
Let
gonna
me say this.
I'm scared. I'm scared for AJ Brown.
See, put him in timeout, please. Please.
All right.
Please.
Come on.
I'm scared.
One day.
Tone, do it. Tone, put him in timeout.
One piece of drama at a time, bro.
Put him
like,
in timeout.
bro, Elba, you can't be doing shit like that, bro.
Put him in timeout.
Like, all right. Listen, all right. Look, you ain't gonna see my face for a minute. I'm gonna be in timeout, but I can hear you. I'm gonna look on Twitter.
No, this shit is out of order.
No way.
You can't.
LB just brought that up right now.
This is the classic move. The classic move. Who just muted me? She muted herself. I muted myself. I read her lips. I muted myself.
No. Symone muted herself. She's cursing at you.
But this the classic move. I ain't do it. I ain't release nobody. You know what I'm saying? What
Why
I
are
do?
you bringing that up right
Because I'm scared.
now?
I can't talk about my worries now.
No,
because
LB. One thing at a goddamn time.
you're right.
But
Thing at a time.
I think here's the difference though. I think people in the building actually like AJ though.
Can I breathe for a minute? Can I breathe before we unpack something else? Suitcase is stuffed with stuff. Okay, let's unpack.
It is funny. Symone got the Hurts Brown 22 sweatshirt on.
Who bull? Quadir? Y'all act like some NFL insiders. Just tell us what happened.
First
You acting
of
like
all,
you have
look,
LeBron number or the president phone number. Talking about it's confidential.
Well, let me say this.
I got this. Hold on. Let me cook real quick, but then I'll let you cook. Hey, Quadir, just to give you a little bit of insight on how this content game work, right? I know you think that this is just some low level FaceTime and shit that you watching, but no, we actually professionals. We actually professionals in this thing that's trying to build something sustainable, trying to build something with a foundation. I don't know what your aspirations are in life, brother, but whether you realize it or not, relationships are worth more than anything you could ever think of. So at the end of the day, when it comes to our brand, when it comes to our platform and where we're trying to take it, we're not trying to turn this into a episode of Maury or episode of Jerry Springer. This ain't that, big bro. This ain't that at all. As a matter of fact, these are three professional people you watching here that's trying to build something with legacy, trying to build something that's going to go beyond just this YouTube space. So I don't know. Again, I don't know how you move in the streets. I don't know how you move in life.
Yeah, go listen to.
But as far as I'm concerned, loose lips sink ships. And trust me, bro, this ain't the Titanic. This the Royal Caribbean.
Go listen.
This the Royal Caribbean, baby.
Go listen to DJ Academics or Wendy Williams or something, bro.
That's the problem. That's the problem. Like people too used to people crashing out on the internet. This ain't that, bro. I'm an adult. I'm an adult, bro. What are we doing?
I'm from a different era, man.
Yeah, like I'm 30 years old, bro. Like I'm 30. I'm 30 years old from North Philly, bro. All that talking don't get you nowhere. All that pillow talking, all that spilling the beans don't get you nowhere, bro. Again, go ahead.
First of all, as a business professional, he don't even know how it works. You ain't got no sources if you running your mouth. Yeah. When Ian and Adam, when they put stuff out in Woj, it's per sources. Do they disclose how they got the information? No. Like as a media professional, you get stuff embargoed. Do not release. Do not say nothing if you report. Like it's business. If you don't understand the business, baby, then that's that.
And what I'm doing is I'm telling you, I talk to the individual.
Exactly.
I ain't got to talk to no agent.
No third party. You talk to the person. The person.
I talk to the person, and I'm just telling y'all it had to happen. You know what I mean? This ain't per no source. I talk to the person. Hey, you want to know why it had to happen? Hey, man, go find this number and ask him. What I look like?
First of all, let's go on.
All right, listen, I'm going to tell you. Let me explain my A.J. Brown comment.
We already discussed A.J. Brown.
We did? I'm going to explain why I feel the way I feel.
You know,
I can't do that on this good hour. So I'm just out of bounds.
Subject for me, LB.
All right, you're right. I'm gonna text you. How I feel. Why?
I know how you feel, and you know how I feel. We already discussed this.
All right.
Yeah.
I ain't done getting off my chest. I'm gonna put it in the group chat when we do.
All right. Well, go on. Air it out then. Air it out.
No. I can't do it right now.
Hold on,
I got to think before I speak.
Hold on. This is my last thing about the. This is my last thing about the CJGJ thing, right? My man John McMullen, he tweeted, right? And he plugged in. He's a reporter. He plugged into the organization, or whatever. He mentioned how CJ's contract was very manageable for the Eagles. So this move is not a football or a financial decision. And again, we all speculating at the end of the day. But when you just look at the money, his contract was very manageable. It really didn't impact anything. So when you think about his contract and the cap hit, they didn't have to move him. Something else had to have happened, and that goes beyond me. That goes beyond LB. That goes beyond Symone. Whatever decision they came to, they felt like it was the right decision for the team.
It was a characteristic trait.
So
that they didn't like.
Yeah, it's as simple as that, and it's. Am I a CJGJ fan? For sure. I love what he brought to the table. This is not me by no way, shape, or form trying to say CJGJ is a bad football player. I personally believe on the football field, the Eagles are likely better with him than without him. But there's certain sacrifices you make, and whatever the reason they came up with to move on from, they clearly felt like it was something they could bounce back from. So again, man, I personally really don't want to dwell on this situation too much, because at the end of the day, people going to feel how they want to feel about it, and people going to have their own predictions and their own speculations about whether or not the move was justified or whether it was the right thing to do. Some people are just fans, and they just feel like he gave the Eagles the best shot, on defense. A lot of people just like what he brought to the table as far as the energy and the swag and all that kind of stuff. Like I received that. I feel him on that. I like this. Symone, she said it multiple times. Like, she is CJGJ girly. Like she got the jersey. She rocking with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I went out and supported CJGJ when Slay said his comments. I'm on record supporting CJGJ and what he brings to the table. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm on record saying the same thing. Like, what people call his weakness is also his superpower. I'm on record giving this guy his flowers. So listen, man, I don't got to keep validating, me personally, speaking for myself, I don't got to keep validating my thoughts on the situation. I wish it didn't have to happen. But when you hear about certain things that happens behind the scenes, you say to yourself, okay, maybe they felt like it was the right decision to do. And you live with it and you move on. And as a professional, that's what happens. Sometimes there's turnover in your industry and you got to respond.
So, y'all, just FYI, not the evil smile. Just FYI, there is no inside tea on AJ Brown. There's no inside.
Oh no, yeah.
There's no inside scoop on AJ Brown.
Oh yeah, no.
We just have been discussing AJ Brown and our personal opinions on the matter.
Oh yeah,
privately.
It's no tea. There's no
inside tea on AJ Brown, y'all. It's
by the
just
way, it's cleared up. Yeah, there's no.
Ain't nobody talk to AJ Brown. That's why I was trying to elaborate. It's just that me being worried, because it looks like any characteristic trait that the front office don't like, they don't care what your name is, you're out of here. We've seen this before. We've seen T.O. We've seen them draft a quarterback in the second round while Carson Wentz just got paid. They don't care, bro. True. That's why. That's why you seen D Jax get the boot. Sean McCoy got traded for Alfonso, some linebacker who ain't even. You know what I'm saying?
He got traded.
Yeah, we've seen these things. That's why I'm saying I'm worried about AJ, because he's a little on the talkative side sometimes. You know what I mean? And it seems like the only guys that are usually safe.
Hassan Reddick, same thing.
Right, Hassan Reddick. You know what I'm saying? The only guys that are usually safe are guys that just about the work and keeping their head down, like a Jalen, like a Smitty. You know what I mean? Like a Quinyon. Those guys are the correct characteristics. Reed Blanket shit. You know what I mean?
Everybody but AJ.
So again, there's no inside trader information about
there's no
AJ Brown. There's none of that. We want to make that very, very clear. We don't know nothing. We're not making up nothing. This ain't what this platform is. We do not know any sort of rumors or back page information about AJ Brown. I want AJ Brown here. I don't want to trade him for nothing. That's my guy. He's, in my opinion, he's the best, the greatest receiver in Eagles history. I'm willing to die on that sword. I don't care what nobody say. I'm team AJ Brown. A lot of people don't like his personality. A lot of people think he's annoying. A lot of people think he talks too much. Me personally, I don't give a fuck. I want AJ Brown on his team. That's where I'm at with it. I'm rocking with AJ Brown straight like that. 1K always open. Always open.
What AJ Brown brings to this team is immeasurable. Like, we need AJ Brown. Like, there's no denying what AJ Brown brings. Like, but I'm with LB, and that's why I didn't want to talk about it. There has been little signals, little signs, little whispers in the air that makes me feel the same way that LB feels, where I wouldn't be surprised if he got traded. How about that? Like, I don't want him to get traded, and I don't think he'll get traded, but if that alert hit my phone, I wouldn't be surprised.
Like, they was talking about the dude going to the Patriots while we was having a Super Bowl run.
Exactly.
So imagine if we ain't win the Super Bowl, where we could be at right now.
Woo. And then Milton on the Patriots.
I don't want to think about that, LB.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying, Tone? If we didn't get it done, and he just got extended, imagine where we would be right now, bro. Imagine where we would be right now. The only thing that bothers me about the CJ and the Slay thing is, from what I know, it's not like life or death bad.
Yeah.
While you're in the Super Bowl window, no, I take that back.
No,
Some
no,
of that,
listen.
some of
No.
some, you know, it ain't life or death bad, but some of it is extremely detrimental to the team's success.
But are you one of those people who believes that? Because I feel like I'm one of these people to an extent, but I want to check the temperature with y'all. Are y'all one of those people that feel like there's nothing a good healthy conversation can't fix?
Of course,
Okay.
of course, it's nothing that a good healthy conversation can't fix. I am a talker. I damn near talk for a living.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's nothing that a good healthy conversation can't fix. It's nothing. You know what I mean? And you know, they could have sat down and fixed anything. It was actually nothing to fix. Slave there and else, Buddy was gone. So you didn't have to say nothing else.
Yeah.
Let me say something. When we're talking about, well, at least from my point of view, when I'm saying I wouldn't be surprised that AJ got traded, I'm not saying that the Eagles are going to want to trade AJ.
Right.
I'm saying AJ might want to get traded. From my point of view, AJ straight up went on Twitter and said the Eagles community, what he say? It's always some drama. Like
he said
a little messy.
That's what I'm saying. He said it's like high school, but see.
So I feel like AJ Brown, I don't think it's like the Eagles are going to be like, oh, AJ is talking too much on Twitter. Let's trade AJ. I think AJ Brown, it might be a situation where AJ Brown wants to get traded.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I don't think he want to get traded.
AJ has aligned himself in the middle. See, CJ was on the side with the fans, and CJ was for the bullshit, as you would say. AJ has separated himself from the fans with that comment. You know what I mean? But that comment ain't had nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have to say that because the situation had nothing to do with you. So AJ, I don't know if AJ likes. Sometimes he get bored and be tweeting.
Like, did you see him tweet today?
Bored and drive a Ferrari.
Did you see him today tweet after Isaiah Rodgers posted his goodbye thing?
Yeah.
Like
I saw that.
Like he played too fucking much. Like
he played too much.
He played too much for sure. And he know it, low key. He know it.
He played too much for sure. But and I'm guilty of this too, man. I think the last thing that anybody should be doing is when you bored going on Twitter. I have a million things I could do, y'all. I don't get no money for tweeting, bro. And I'm tweeting every day, bro. I don't get paid for that. It's a source of information. It's a source for a lot of things. But I actively tweet to the point to where new people follow me on Twitter daily. I don't get paid for tweeting, bro. I could be making YouTube content, which I get paid for, in a time where I'm tweeting. The worst thing anybody could do is when you're bored going at that.
First of all, I told y'all, chat, I'm talking to you, not to talk about AJ Brown. No, talk about AJ. Talk about AJ. Talk about AJ. Y'all begged us to talk about AJ. They begged us in the chat 5 minutes ago to talk about AJ. Now they talking about, why y'all talking about AJ?
I'm good with AJ. I'm cool. I'm straight with AJ.
Listen, we paranoid. We paranoid. I'm gonna speak for me and Symone. We paranoid because I don't know what Tone thinking, but I know what you thinking. We paranoid because we seen the prominent player just get traded. That's all it is. We paranoid. We don't want AJ Brown to get traded. I want AJ Brown to retire at Eagle. We're just a little paranoid. We're a little shaky, bro. We're a little shaky. We're in the Super Bowl window. We 1 month champions right now, and we just seen a couple dominoes fall. We don't know shit about AJ Brown's situation.
Yeah, for me, to your point, LB, when it comes to AJ Brown in particular, I'm personally not worried about his situation at all. I'm not paranoid about it. I'm not paranoid about AJ Brown. You know, I'm not worried that he can get traded enough. I'm really, really not, because the reality is in life, certain people carry a different value, right? There are certain people you don't mind cutting off. There's certain people you're more willing to work it out with, right? And I think that goes for no matter what industry you in. That goes for your day to day. You got family members, you got friends that you'll push the line for, and you say, you know what, all right, let's talk. You got certain people in your life where you say, you know what, hey, I cut you off and I drop a dime. I don't really care about you like that. So when you make the comparison between AJ and CJ, which is hilarious, by the way, but when you make the comparison between AJ and CJ is somebody you wanted to work out with. CJGJ, whether y'all want to accept it or not, the Eagles view him as somebody that's rather replaceable. Now, that may be, y'all may not like to hear that part of it, but the reality is in life, in industries, different people carry a different value. And I think we all can agree A.J. Brown is significantly more valuable than CJGJ. So whatever A.J. Brown may say on Twitter, best and believe they got the infrastructure to say, hey, AJ, you know we love you, right? First of all, you don't get that man $32 million a season if you think he's a liability. One thing I know about AJ, he's not going to be somebody that we got to worry about off the field as far as getting into stuff, right? Yeah, family dude, man of faith, somebody who takes his mental health serious, somebody who is relatively, as far as his actions, as far as just how he moves as a person, low key. Now on social media, he can kind of throw his name around a little bit in social media circles, but we never hear about AJ Brown getting into a confrontation off the field. We never hear about AJ Brown arguing with somebody at a restaurant. We never hear about AJ Brown, in the tabloids or in the news talking about domestic violence. We never hear about AJ Brown in a car, fleeing the scene of a car accident, right? We never hear all these stories that you hear around the NFL where a lot of these wide receivers, you never hear that about AJ Brown. If the worst I got to deal with AJ Brown is the occasional Twitter fingers, I can live with that. I'm sorry, I can live with that. I really can.
I can too, and I hope you're right. I hope you're 1,000% right. Like LB said, me and LB are just paranoid because we've seen things happen in the past where there are red flags and there's signs, and we're like, oh no, that won't happen, that won't happen, that won't happen, that won't happen. Yeah. And then she happened. We just paranoid, y'all.
I get it though.
Hope Tone right. That's it. We just paranoid because it ain't safe. It ain't safe. It ain't safe. It ain't safe.
Man, I'll put you this one real quick. Last thing up before you go. You got wide receivers on the Chiefs that did some wild stuff, and they still go to bat for them. You know what I mean? Like we've seen guys flee at scenes of accidents. Rashid Rice, they still got him on that roster. You've seen Xavier Worthy get into a domestic situation, whether he's allegedly responsible or not. His name is in that mix. Chiefs still gonna make sure they keep that dude in the building by any means necessary. So
but the Eagles go to bat different.
Say that again.
The Eagles go to bat differently though, Tom. They give you that bag. They give you that sack. They give you that check.
That part. So what I'm trying to, that's even more to my point. Like first of all, the Eagles, they do a very good job at vetting people.
Right.
That's one of the things the Philadelphia Eagles have been phenomenal at when it comes to, putting the right people in the organization. You don't win 2 Super Bowls with 2 different head coaches and 2 different starting quarterbacks if you're not good at vetting people. It's hard to build Super Bowl winning coaching staffs, let alone rosters. And Howie Roseman has proven to be able to do it twice. Jeffrey Lurie has been proven to do it twice. The Philadelphia Eagles have been successful no matter who the head coach has been. That's a fact. Now, whether we won it all is a different conversation. But the Philadelphia Eagles, no matter what head coach, since Jeffrey Lurie's been in the building, every head coach has had multiple seasons with a winning record. That's a fact. So the Philadelphia Eagles pride themselves on the people side of the business. So when they bringing it back to A.J. Brown and the money situation, right, they not going to give no player that kind of bag if they feel like they're a liability on the football field. I promise you that. Or a liability off the football field.
They're not. And, the thing about Vic Fangio is this, that he is good enough to make Reed Blankenship an all-pro safety.
Who? Vic?
Fangio can make Reed Blankenship an all-pro safety. That's the kind of defensive coordinator that you have, bro. You just got to be – it's something on the roster that Fangio sees that says, I'm okay with this. It's something on the roster, that they all see. It's somebody that's waiting their turn, that they say, we could put this guy in here cheaper and we can get the same result.
Hold on. Hold on. I'm going to bring this on the screen because this is cute right here.
What?
He said, love my team, but 2 Super Bowls in 7 seasons and not the flex. We want a back-to-back. Is that too much to ask? You realize how hard it is to go back-to-back?
That's what I'm saying, man. What do you mean is that too much to ask, bro?
What are you talking about? There are teams who haven't won Super Bowls in 20 years.
First of all, only like 5 teams in the history of the game went back-to-back.
Like ever in the history of the game. think about how long this game has been around.
So you talking about some love my team, but too super. Man, get that off the screen.
You sound crazy.
Get off the screen, man.
I'm a little mad I gave that like, but it just stuck out to me. Like, I'm like, huh? That's how you know motherfuckers is spoiled, bro. Spoiled. Like, yo, this is crazy, man. This is crazy.
But yeah, I feel like I'm with you, Tone, or whoever. I'm sorry.
Whoa! Somebody said Slay just retweeted a dude throwing dirt on CJ.
Yeah, I sent that to the group chat.
Yeah, you sent that. You sent that to us.
Somebody throwing dirt on CJ.
I sent to the group chat. So Slay retweeted someone saying CJ did all of that and confirmed that Slay was right. No way the Eagles would have traded away their secondary leader. Darius Slay retweeted that.
You see what I'm saying, man? It's Twitter, man. It's that app, bro. It's that app, bro.
That shit is a gift.
Someone said CJ just talked to Kay Adams about the trade.
Oh shit! This shit getting stupid.
Y'all, before we started the show, Tone told me and LB, keep it clean, y'all. Keep it clean.
I've been
and
trying
who
to
was
keep
the
it
one
clean.
cussing?
I didn't mean clean in that way. I'm talking about just
He
making
wasn't
sure.
talking about cussing. He was like,
yeah. I'm talking making sure we don't incriminate ourselves.
Which we did.
Not really though.
I want to know. So
we
like,
didn't. But LB,
I want to see the Kay Adams situation because I want to know if he going to tell the truth.
You know, now one thing we know about CJ, the truth gonna come out.
No, I want to know. I want to. Now he ain't gonna say everything.
He might not say it today, but eventually it's coming out.
Yo, these
are
the kind of stories. Go ahead.
What I told y'all, what I told y'all today, he better not ever tell nobody that.
Yeah,
that would probably come out on like a podcast where he like 40 and he doing a podcast.
Yeah, right,
I was just about to say when he retire, a lot of shit come out.
He gonna be like, man, let me tell you what I used to do, man.
Right.
No, don't wait. No, he only getting anywhere. He got to be like 60. You can't be like 40, Brick getting that off. Like, I'm sorry, because you still not too far away from the game. Like,
nah, once he done, he's feeling.
Even if he.
Was it fake? Was that fake? Somebody said that was a fake repost.
It was a fake repost.
Wait, someone.
Yeah, because I don't think Slay even in that space right now.
Yeah,
I don't know. I saw somebody screenshot his whole profile with it, but his page, he put his page back on private. It was public like yesterday. He put it back on private.
Okay, yeah, I'm hearing. Let's not, you know what? Let's say allegedly, because I don't want to put that on Slay. I don't want to put that on Slay. So let's just say allegedly. Again, sometimes we see people do that shit all the time. It's very easy to, crop something and put it on a tweet. So I don't want to put that on Slay name right now. I don't want to say Slay is out here causing more drama. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do it because I do got a lot of respect for Slay, believe it or not.
Right.
And he's somebody that I feel like has brought a level of stability to that Eagles defense. So I definitely don't want to put nothing on his name that I don't know for a fact. I want to try to keep it clean that way. So again, shout out to Slay.
Hey, I got people DMing me, calling me.
Tiffany
right?
Dark Chocolate page says Slay did retweet it. I seen it.
Mm-hmm.
I got people DMing me to trade information. They'll tell me what they know if I tell them what I know. No.
What? This ain't this. Yo, man.
You know what I mean? I ain't doing that, bro.
Over CJGJ, bro?
Yeah, I ain't doing that.
They desperate as.
Yo, I don't care what nobody know.
That part.
I don't care what nobody.
It's funny you say that. Like in this space, I genuinely don't care what other people know.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care what nobody know because all I know is because 9 times out of 10, what you know is hearsay. Because I talk to the man, so you know what I'm saying. Unless you say you talk to him, then we don't gotta share nothing because you should notice what I know. Come on, bro. Kel talking about some LB, you geek to be friends with CJ. No, you geek to be you geek to think that I'm friends with another man. That's crazy to me.
Right. Hold on. The trade, I'll give you info for info got me dead. For real.
LB, you geek to be friends with CJ. Do you know who you know how many friends I got that's known? Like, what are you talking about, bro?
Listen, bro. I'm realizing, and this is a struggle I have sometimes, but sometimes I got to remind myself that some people just want to be seen, they just want to be heard, and I got to try to differentiate, who really trying to have constructive conversation versus who just trying to get my attention. That's a challenge for me. I'll be honest, that's a challenge.
That's not even a challenge for me. Every time somebody talk out of turn and I see it, I'm addressing it. Life too short. I'm not gonna let you. I'm addressing it immediately.
Yeah, and
first of all, it's the topic at hand. They acting like we talking about.
Yeah, you
they acting like we talking about losing Milton Williams and LB. Like I talked to CJGJ. The topic at hand is CJGJ. Like
what is we talking about? You acting like I was bull in the restaurant where Jalen and Jordan was eating, sneaking a picture. I wasn't.
Yeah, right. It wasn't like you took a selfie with CJ. He not even looking in the camera type shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like weird shit.
like bro. Right, bro.
Let's go ahead and pivot, cause
what happened?
Chat.
Yeah, we could pivot.
Because last time we was on this show, I was saying I'm scared for Dallas Goedert. I'm scared for what's going to happen because Howie Roseman told us something was going to happen. And the chat was like, you always scared, Symone. Ain't nothing going to happen. We just restructured a few folks. And now, boom, CJ gone. And boom, they done gave permission for Dallas Goedert to seek a trade. I'm telling y'all, don't be scared for no reason. What's y'all thoughts, bro? If I'm going to say this, there ain't nothing you can tell me, LB. There ain't nothing you can tell me, Tone. If we trade Dallas Goedert, I'm crashing out.
We all agreed that we don't want that to happen.
I know, but I'm saying there ain't nothing you can tell me, Tone. That if we trade Dallas Goedert, ain't no. But here's the thing, though. Here's the bigger picture. Now, this is what you got to think about, Symone. When you look at a guy like Dallas Goedert, you know what I mean?
Why she got me sound like MLK, yo?
Ain't no quiet storm speech you could give me, Tone. If they trade Dallas Goedert, I'm throwing this laptop and I'm not lying.
Anybody that get traded off that offense is crash out worthy. Because the defense already taken too much of a hit.
Yo.
The offense got a new offensive coordinator, man. Letting go of somebody who got familiarity with the team like Dallas Goedert is ridiculous to me, bro.
Yo.
This defense is going to be new in some aspects.
Well, here's the thing, right? Here's what I think was important for us to really consider as well.
Lord, here you go.
As far as the defense go, right? As far as the defense. I think it's important to realize that this is outside of CJ. This is outside of the drama. This is strictly football now. When you think about the contracts, as far as the core, right? Because I feel like as you're building rosters, you need to have your core guys that you feel pieces in around, right? So, for example, I believe the core guys on this team: Jalen Carter, Quinyon Mitchell, Cooper DeJean,
Zach Bond,
Nolan Smith, right? I feel like those are 5 players in your defense. Nicole I'm not sure yet, but I feel like those are your undeniable core guys on this defense that regardless of what goes down, you got to make sure you take care of them in free agency. So I think the Philadelphia Eagles are very aware that these rookie contracts, these guys are going to be due to get paid very, very soon. Like Jordan Davis, they got to decide if they're going to pick up the 5th-year option, which I think they will, which will give them time to decide his future. But Jalen Carter, he's entering year 3. He's due. He's eligible for an extension now. Nolan Smith entering year 3. Or is that year 3? Yeah, Nolan Smith is entering year 3. He'll be eligible for an extension now. Jordan Davis eligible for an extension. Quinyon and Coop, they entering year 2, but eventually you're going to have to make these decisions to make sure those guys are locked up because they're your core. You're going to constantly build your defense around those guys. So unfortunately, when you lose guys, you may lose again. Now I may make some people sad. You may lose a Reed Blankenship at some point. You may lose a Nakobe Dean, right? You may lose whoever else on his team. If they not named Jalen Carter, and look, Zach Bond is locked up for the next 3 years. But like if his name not Jalen Carter, if his name not Zach Bond, if it's not Nolan Smith, you know what I mean? If it's not Quinyon or Coop on this defense, they look at you as you're just a piece to add to the pot. You know what I'm saying? It's like there are core guys on all rosters that they try to make sure that they keep. You think Chris Jones has seen so many different Chiefs rosters, so many different Chiefs defenses. He's their core guy. You feel what I'm
think
saying?
Reed Blankenship gonna end up getting an extension.
I think so too. I'm just saying though, I don't know if they look at him as a core guy like a Coop or a Quinyon or a Jalen Carter. I don't know that yet.
But this is my issue. When you name these core guys, every one of them is in a position on the defensive side of the ball except safety. You know what I mean? We don't have a core safety guy.
True.
You know what I mean? That position is important, man. Who's going to be the guy over there now? That's how I look at that, man. It's just
I hear you.
Something's got to be done. But we only need to plug in like 2 or 3 pieces, 2 pieces.
Yeah, and I also
on the defense. It's not that bad.
And I only say that because roster turnover is a part of the game. It's a part of the game, roster turnover. Now, how the roster gets turned over, it may come with drama. It may not. It may be a smooth departure. But roster turnover is a part of this game. And some people got to stop acting like that's new to them. You know what I mean? Certain guys are untouchable. Some guys are not. Simple as that.
Some of these guys I just don't I flat out don't trust. Like I don't trust Keely Ringo, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't trust Keely Ringo. I don't trust what's his name? Lewis Sign. I don't trust Lewis Sign.
Yeah.
Well, we haven't seen Lewis Sign,
whatever his name is. I don't trust him.
No, I don't trust just going into like right now. I don't trust him, but we don't know. Like with Ringo, we've seen little things that make us feel like we can't trust him. At least for Lewis Sign, we haven't seen him, with that Fangio work.
Yeah, and look, let's be honest about this part too, right? To your point, and I'm not saying these guys are going to be spectacular, but I just want us to be reasonable, right? As confident as I was in Zach Bond being a decent player for the Eagles, did we trust Zach? Did we trust Isaiah Rodgers? Did we trust Reed initially? Like, it's just
it ain't. But see, we didn't.
You got to earn. My point is, you got to get the opportunity, right? And
that's
I think
what
Keely.
That's what I'm saying about Sign.
Is the injury his issue though?
His injury has been his issue. Yes, Lewis Sign. Yes. Yeah. But
it was another dude that was getting some burn too.
And hold on, wait, LB. Correct me if I'm wrong. Hold on, wait, real quick. Correct me if I'm wrong, LB. In the preseason, wasn't me and you on the Keely Ringo over Isaiah Rodgers vibe?
Yeah, both of y'all was.
We was.
So
we was. But I'm gonna tell you what changed. Vic Fangio changed. Vic Fangio changed my perception on a lot of the moves because if you couldn't beat out Isaiah Rodgers and get time over Isaiah Rodgers, you know what I mean? You was third string, bro. You wasn't better than Isaiah Rodgers.
Gotcha.
If you know what I'm saying? You wasn't better than Isaiah Rodgers. So I had to change my thought process on it. I thought he had a better camp, but I think he was hurt. So, I don't see it, bro. I don't see him coming in and being a starter, going from third string to starter now. That's different.
Yeah, we gotta
you gotta
we definitely have to.
I would go get Stephon Gilmore.
Is he a free agent? I thought last season he got a multi-year deal.
I think he's a free agent.
We gotta have competition in here though, regardless. Like we can't just roll into the season with Ricks and Ringo. Like if Vic Fangio say they got it, then
trust me.
But I highly doubt that we just gonna roll into the season with those two. We gotta bring.
You want to know what hurt? What really, really hurt was Oren Burks. That deal was so damn cheap. That hurt because Nakobe Dean might not be 100% at the start of the season. You know what I mean? Oren Burke hurt, bro. That really, really hurt because Oren Burke was a tackling ass machine. Yeah. And with the division getting tougher, Javonte Williams went to Dallas. You know what I mean? These guys, you got to gang tackle now. Deebo Samuel, you got to tackle them. Guys are stepping up their physicality, and we're losing our tacklers. You know what I mean? We're losing our tacklers. We're losing our guys that go for the ball, punch the ball out. We're losing our aggressive hitting guys, bro. And that's the only thing that bothers me, man. With knowing that Deebo Samuel was in a division and knowing that Gardner-Johnson has no respect for his game at all, that's the guy you need on the field. He don't respect Deebo. Some people give Deebo too much respect. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm glad Zach Bond is back, man.
Yeah. All these moves, all it's really showing me is that, or telling me about the Eagles is
People
that
talking about we have Trot. I don't trust him.
no. Listen, to your point, I'm glad you brought that up because all this is telling me is that the Philadelphia Eagles trust more than anything. And LB, you said this. They trust Vic Fangio's ability more than anything else.
Yeah.
They trust Vic Fangio's ability to make sure these guys know exactly what the assignment is and trust that he can put them in position to be successful and develop them. Let's put this in perspective, right? We really didn't lose too much of our defensive staff, which is beautiful. We still got Christian Parker on payroll. Still got Roy Anderson, the cornerback coach on payroll. Still got Clint Hurt. Still got Bobby King at linebacker coach, right? Still got Jeremiah Washburn. This defensive coaching staff is still intact. And I'm going to be really curious to see what another year in Vic Fangio's system does for Sidney Brown. What another year in that system does for Akili Ringo, right? What will he be able to bring out of Jeremiah Trotter Jr.? This Eagles defense, what they're telling me is they push it. They invest heavily on offense. If you notice, all the big contracts, all the long-term contracts on offense, and the defense is a lot of rookie deals, a lot of young guys, and they trust Vic Fangio, the OG, to put those young guys in position. So that's all it's saying to me. They trust their development, they trust their coaching staff to put all these young guys in a position to succeed. And I think what Vic Fangio showed me last year, I'm willing to bet on him more than anything.
Talking about the same person that didn't trust Dean. I don't care. He proved me wrong. I don't care. If I don't trust you now, do something about it. It's a reason why I don't trust him because I ain't seen it. I seen Dean. I seen what a healthy Dean could do now. I seen it. So,
Yeah.
I trust Dean. I'm not saying Dean need to be cut or nothing like that. I'm just saying that Dean might not start the season healthy.
And your thing about Dean was
that's always been his issue.
I was about to say your thing about Dean wasn't never talent related. It was about, can he stay healthy? You don't trust his health.
Yeah.
And I think that was a reasonable. That was me. I said, look, I don't know if he's good or bad, but I didn't trust his health at the time. And he gave us a whole season of football where he was healthy. He got hurt in the playoffs, obviously, but he got
hurt before the playoffs.
No, he got hurt in the Green Bay game.
Okay, yeah, right.
Yeah, he got hurt in the first game of the playoffs in the wild card. But he gave you 17. He gave you a full season of football doing this thing. We saw what it looks like when he's healthy. I like him as a player. I think when healthy, he can do the job. But we will again. He's gonna be starting the season on the pup list. So we'll see where he goes from there. And he in the contract year. So we'll see how his contract negotiations go. The Eagles not gonna be in a rush, trust me. But I trust Vic Fangio to take advantage of these guys and put these guys in position, man. I really do.
And
we're not done in free agency though.
That's what I'm saying. It's March.
Yeah, nothing is done. You got the free agency, the draft. Nothing's done. I'm so glad y'all said that.
Nothing is done. Draft, free agency, trades. It's March, baby. At this point, we need to be celebrating our championship still.
Yeah, I feel good, man. I'm a Super Bowl champion. I'm good.
And the main thing is Vic Fangio and Zach Baum.
That's what I'm glad you said that, Symone.
And we got keep the main thing. The main thing. We kept that the main thing. And we got this whole offense. Like, we so hyper focused on what happened defensively. We still got the whole offense.
Symone, all offseason, you know what they said? I saw you cross your fingers, but you know what they said all offseason? Hey, listen, bring back Zach Baum or whatever happened. I don't care. Everybody kept saying that. Listen, I don't care if people try to lie or try to backtrack or nothing. All offseason, all y'all kept saying was sign Zach Baum and my offseason is complete. Sign Zach Baum and I don't care what Howie Roseman do. Sign Zach Baum and I can live with whatever result. We signed Zach Baum.
Okay, and also let me say this.
And now they're looking crazy.
In defense, it's been less than 3 hours. Okay, we had to overcome the emotion of losing one of our favorite players, right?
Facts.
There's emotion still to this. We ain't no front office manager. We fans, okay?
But I also said this before today, though.
No, I know. But what I'm saying is that's a fact, though. The Eagles did not lose a single All-Pro. The Eagles did not lose a single Pro Bowler, okay? The Eagles did not lose a single piece that's irreplaceable. Nobody is irreplaceable, but the only piece that is close to being irreplaceable is Zach Baum, and we got his ass locked up before anybody else could touch him. The priorities are there. You know what I mean? The priorities are there. Vic Fangio turned Oren Burks from special teamer to making big plays in the Rams game, getting thrusted in there. Zach Bond, special teamer to all pro. Freaking Isaiah Rodgers to battling with Ringo to being able to step up. Vic Fangio built a next man up system. We've seen it play out all season long. When people get injured, next man up. Now he got a whole offseason to next these men up. You know what I mean? He used to be working with 1 week, 4 days at practice to get Burks ready for that Rams game. Now he got a whole offseason.
Listen, man.
He's still running it back.
CJ did this to himself, man.
Dang, LB, you couldn't even give me a facts or we right, we good.
No, you're right. You're right. We good. We good, but it's only so much the organization can take, man. You know what I mean? He was doing stuff, bro. He was making it tough for the organization. He was forcing their hand, bro. So ultimately, that's what it boils down to. So it's like we can't sit here and be like, "Damn, losing CJ is big." He wanted to get lost.
No, I'm saying emotional. Yes,
no. That was completely off topic. That was completely off topic. I've read something and I just started talking.
Oh yeah. I'm saying a business move had to happen with CJGJ. If the front office, if the team or anybody is expressing anything where they feel like for the betterment of the team, CJGJ might, take people out their headspace. He could be a wild card. You know what I mean? Do it. Do what's best for the team. That's why I'm a fan, and that's why I'm not making no moves for the team. And Howie, I trust. Howie's playing, not mine.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on, right? But no. I ain't got not no trade information, no sign information, but Slay wife, Jennifer Slay, we all know her. She tweeted 3 minutes ago.
The Kendrick Lamar bar.
Yeah, she said crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious.
When did she post that?
3 minutes ago.
But every offseason, there's needs, bro. Every team got needs every offseason. So okay, we got some needs. We still got only a handful of needs. We got a draft that we've been hitting on. These last couple of drafts we've been hitting on. There's still other free agents. There's still trades. Do y'all see us trading up for a Malachi Starks or somebody?
That's a safety from where? Alabama?
Georgia.
No. I don't see us trading up.
And exactly, Texan Eagle. See, the signs were written on the wall because the Eagles were interviewing safeties and quarterbacks at the combine. They've been
tight ends.
Even if we keep Dallas, we still need to draft a tight end. But why would they be looking heavy at safety and corner at the combine? Because they already knew that she was coming. This wasn't just a.
And then you trade for Lewis Seen, or you sign Lewis Seen before the playoffs start.
Mm-hmm.
They the breadcrumbs was definitely there.
It was there.
Definitely.
They definitely stashed Lewis Seen.
Right.
Stashed him.
They got a ring. Do he get a ring?
Ooh, I don't know. Good question.
But no, Malachi Starks is expected to go mid-round. He ain't supposed to. Now, we know dudes fall to us. We know that. Dudes be falling to us. But Malachi Starks is looking like somebody we would have to trade up for if we do want him. Just responding.
I don't see safety being our first pick off the board.
No. I see edge being our first pick off the board.
Yeah, but you got to understand, we got a first round pick, a second round pick, 3 thirds, and 3 fourths. I don't even know if we get a comp pick for CJ. That ain't how comp picks work. You got to lose them in free agency, right?
Right. Let me see here.
Yeah. I mean, dudes definitely be following us. We've seen that these last drafts. But I'm just now that I got my emotions out the way, first of all, CJGJ, he's forever a bird to me. Super LIX would not have happened without CJGJ.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
CJ
saying?
was doing too much, man. They said CJGJ. I don't know if it's a super chat by Trent Thomas.
As a matter of fact, y'all wanna get to the super chats?
Yeah.
Because they're gonna start piling up. Let me see.
I only see 3.
Trent Thomas. Oh, okay. This one came up later, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna work backwards because the ones is So anyway, Trent Thomas with the $5 super chat. He said CJGJ told DDG on live stream after the Super Bowl that he was smoking weed on stage next to the owner. That could have been a major issue too.
Just on
Well,
some,
actually, the league has, again, I'm not justifying the behavior, but the league has kind of shifted their stance on marijuana. It's no longer the same penalty as it used to be. Just saying. But to your point, yeah, he kind of wilding a little bit.
Next to Lori, though,
that's what I'm saying. It's just like next, and again, Lori might be cool with that. It's just about smoking next to Lori. Lori, like it's just the optics of smoking next to the owner.
Yeah, and you know, Trent Thomas, not saying you didn't see what you saw, but like, you know, I just I mean, if he said that, he said that shit. Like, if he said that, he said that. Fuck it.
Like, it's weed, but also I'm not just gonna be smoking next to my mama or smoking next to, you know, the owner of my company.
Yeah, or somebody kid. Like, I don't care if we celebrating the biggest deal that we closed. I ain't smoking no bud next to the CEO.
To the owner or whatever. Like, you party with the other employees.
You know what I mean?
The
yeah.
CEO, when the boss come around, you're all, hey, yeah, everything's great. Like,
oh man, Robert Fly. He said we still have Lewis Singh. Do we let Becton walk? Look, I don't think it's funny you say that. I don't think this trade for what's his name, Quinyon Green. What's the dude name? Quinyon. Whatever the Quinyon Green, yes, Quinyon Green. I don't think that move automatically signifies that Becton's not coming back. I think they're still trying to work on that, in my humble opinion.
What year player is he? They say a former first round pick. How long?
He say he got drafted in 2022.
He's 23 years old.
Yeah, so
that nigga about to get molded to an all pro.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm with you though, Tone. I don't think that has anything to do with connection of Becton. I think it was a situation where that was what the Texans were willing to give up, and it was more so a move of what can we get back from CJGJ.
Mm-hmm.
And a young lineman, shoot, we can always use one of those. I don't think it was like, we not keeping Becton, let's get him. I don't think that.
And another thing, the Eagles will always prioritize the trenches above all else.
Shoot, they might not draft a guard now.
They might not draft the guard now. Good point. And remember, they still got young guys in the building. Got Trevor Keegan in the building, Tyler Steen in the building. Yeah, man. I think
how many super chats we got?
We got 30.
30.
Yeah, 30. Yeah. So I'm gonna try to run through these drones real quick. B Mills, he says, "What the hell is how we doing, man? Talk me up the ledge. Talk me up the ledge." Yeah, man, we tried. We tried. Spill Milk, he says, "I lost all faith in Howie. What the fuck does he think?" Okay, you insane.
Come on, Spill. Come on.
You crying to Spill Milk, dog. Come on.
Literally.
Thank you for the super chat, Spill Milk. Dana Scott with the $10 super chat. She says, "Who the hell is Quinyon Green?" Anyway, I'm not sure how to feel right now. Just going to sit back and watch. Flag was fly. LB, I got my crispy Hurt season hat. Thanks.
Thank you.
Quackle 40, thank you for the super chat, my man. Appreciate your support. June Sinatra says James Bradbury to save the day.
You know the vibes. Get out of here, bro.
Oh man, T.L. Hawkins says I think it was his Kevin Byard reference. I don't know if it was that.
I think he knew before, like when CJGJ put out them tweets, like y'all saw what happened last time y'all tried to replace me. CJ probably knew of some trade rumor rumblings at that point.
That's a good point. That's a good point because a lot of that
shit, the way he was saying,
he ain't know about nothing. He ain't know about nothing. He talking about getting ready for camp. He talking about, you know, he was talking like he was gonna be here.
Damn. Rashad Maybon with the super chat. Thank you. He said Justin Reed, Harrison Smith, Justin Simmons, draft the safety. Hey man, we'll see. Ellen Small with the super chat says, "Good afternoon, my Eagles family. I love my team always. I trust Howie. His talent got us the best we've ever been. We are Super Bowl champs." Thank you, 24 Birds. Carlos Rosado with the super chat. LB came back wearing open-toed sandals and he got an accent. Bumba Jesus Christ. Stay out of pocket.
How you even read that? I didn't know what that said.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. It just came out. Quaco 40 says Slade probably saw this coming. He coming back. Marcus Craig says tremendous losses the last few days, but we good. I like that. I like that mentality, Marcus. Ace Luck said people saying we got no defense need to calm the fuck down. As long as Jalen Carter has a pulse, we have a top 5 D line. We got a Jumbo, we got Smith, we got Hunt. It's day 2 of free agency. We're gonna be good.
Period.
My man
Right.
Anthony
Our
Chops.
defense is still stacked when you think about it.
That's what I'm saying. I ain't tripping.
Stacked.
Anthony Chops says, LB, I appreciate how you handle this business. You got lots of pull for a reason. Hate to see CJ leave, but we made a choice and got to live with it.
Facts.
Shout out to my man Chops. That's my man. Alice with a super chat. He says, my 2 cents, the untouchables on defense are Jalen Carter, Nolan Smith, Quinyon, Bond, and Coop. Everybody else replaceable, in my opinion. I ain't mad at that list.
I ain't mad.
Shar with the super chat. What's up, bro? He said, I don't know if y'all talked about replacements yet, but can y'all take a look at Andrew Makuba out of Texas? He's versatile. He's a versatile DB, much like CJGJ. I think y'all would like him in the third. I'm gonna check him out, bro. Thank you. Andrew Makuba. 24 Birds back again says the Eagles want to keep AJ. The danger is coming from the outside. The Patriots want Vrabel to get AJ and AJ tag with Vrabel. That could happen. No, I don't think so. At the end of the day, it takes 2 people to make a deal. So he can want them all he want.
We gotta want to give him up.
Exactly. And trust me, 32 million reasons why we ain't giving him up. D Rob with the super chat says if they traded AJ or Smitty, I probably wouldn't watch a single game that season. I think Smitty is another guy who's untouchable. He just handled business like too much like a pro. Smitty is never going to be an issue.
Yeah, and he took that pay cut.
CJ live right now.
CJ live with who?
On Twitch.
Oh shit! Why the fuck are you doing this, man? Green Wingman. Damn. Green Wingman. He said this reminds the Eagles fans not to get emotionally attached to players. There are cogs to be moved and replaced to keep the machine going. Yeah, that's a good point because sometimes I feel like people forget. People forget that the Eagles fans it's not the NBA. You know what I mean? Like you ain't got to follow your favorite player wherever you go. It's the NFL, dog. June Sinatra says, Tone, that's a lie. Chip Kelly had 1 good season. Chip Kelly had 2 seasons with 10 wins. What are you talking about? He had 2 10-win seasons.
Kelly never had a losing season.
Never had a losing season. No matter how you feel about him, June, he had 2 seasons with 10 wins. That's on the resume. That's a fact. Was he a people person? No. But the Eagles are, as far as Jeffrey Lurie goes, he undefeated in terms of his head coaching hires when it comes to just wins and losses. Trent Thomas says, CJGJ just talked to Cad. Okay, we saw that. Chef Cooks says, the young and the restless. Yeah, it is like a soap opera, bro. West Cat was good. He says, yo, let's get these likes up, y'all. Over 1,000 people watching. Yeah, man, smash that like button, y'all. We appreciate the love.
Smash that like button, sub and all that, man.
Yeah, this not adding up. Probably got damn near 1,000 people watching. We only got 299 likes, man. Come on, man.
Because I got a theory.
They waiting on LB to say what happened on that.
They ain't waiting on that. I got a theory behind that. When it's so good, you don't want to leave the screen and go find the like button. Nobody do that.
You ain't gotta leave the screen. It's right there.
Where?
Listen, when you watch, how often do you watch live streams on your phone or just anytime on YouTube?
Other people's?
Yeah.
Zero.
So like the like button is right there. You can't miss it.
Oh.
So, yeah, you ain't gotta do shit, but just boop. That's it. But anyway, smash that like button, y'all. It really goes a long way. It helps the channel grow. We still trying to build this Linc Up YouTube channel. So make sure you guys continue to stay live.
Yeah, we should be at 3,000 subscribers by now, y'all. What y'all doing?
Maybe after today.
Yeah, maybe
right,
after
but
today.
1,000 people watching, all 1,000 of y'all ain't subscribed. At least 400 of y'all didn't subscribe. So subscribe. I don't care about the like button. Subscribe.
Yeah, that part.
And hit the like button.
Yeah, it all matter for sure. Subscribe, hit the like button. Make sure you guys are engaged in the live chat. It really go a long way. It helps the content grow. Helps us continue to put our best foot forward, regardless. Strat RX with the super chat says, Symone, why Dallas hurt half the damn time anyway? Talking about Goddard.
And when he's not hurt, what's going on? He's balling out of control. Tush pusher, run blocker, grabs anything, drags anybody, gets the mother freaking first down. Yeah, he gonna miss a few games, but when he be getting hurt because he be putting it all out. He not just getting hurt because he's fragile. He be getting hurt because he a dog. He be doing big. He be taking some hits too.
And some of his injuries be dirty too. Like one ball, literally, he stiff arm. Ball grabbed his arm. And
Dallas game.
And another one was remember he caught the pass against the Commanders.
Yeah,
and twisted his
neck, and they just grabbed his face mask and made him fumble.
That was for Commanders and Dallas. So
some of his injuries are like dirty hits, like freak injuries. I will give him that pass. Like they not like tears. He don't tear shit. They be like blown out of socket, fractured this, like you know what I mean.
Yeah, he be getting banged up.
Yeah, he literally get banged up.
But when he's there, Come on now.
I used to always say it. I still
I think he's
stand by
top
this.
5.
As far as
When he
talent goes,
healthy, I think he's top 5.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. When healthy. But them games, man, 2022, 14 games played, 2023, 12 games played, 2024, 10 games played. I think the Eagles is looking at that like that's a little alarming. But anyway, Alex with the super chat, he said that DJ Jones deal is something Jordan Davis could get. See, it's funny with Jordan Davis as far as his contract goes, because what he does is so esoteric and he's only like a first or second down player. His contract is going to be very easy to get done, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think he's gonna get an Odigizua deal.
No, he don't get less than that. He getting less than that.
I don't see how you could justifiably give him less than Odigizua.
You talking about Osa, right, from Dallas?
Yeah.
Is Osa a nose tackle, or like is he a 3-down defensive lineman?
He's not a nose tackle. He's a rotational guy. I don't even think he start. Do he start?
I mean, at this point, Jordan Davis rotational, right? But I feel what you're saying though. But I don't see Jordan Davis with what he does. I don't see him getting $20 million.
Right not.
I read that one already. All right, Mr. 89. He says the Patriots with Brady had to cut fan favorites to build that dynasty. We playing chestnut checker. Scheme as Howie is still scheme as Howie. I'm glad you said that, Mr. 89, because what a lot of people forget about those Patriots rosters, Bill Belichick constantly was turning over, be it the receiving core, be it the defense. And what that does is, although it's a little nerve-wracking to watch as a spectator, when you bring in fresh bodies and fresh people into your culture, it instills a new hunger in the building, because those guys didn't achieve what you achieved if you still on the roster for the Super Bowl year. You feel what I'm saying? So you got guys on the roster who's even hungrier than the guys who won it still. So I think in order to stay ahead of the curve, especially with teams always trying to stay ahead of you and always try to game plan for you, I do think roster turnover does have a benefit. Thank you, Mr. 89, for that. Strat RX said, Strat RX says, I hated Reed as a starter until Vic. Oh no, I loved Reed from the beginning. But anyway, he says, I hated Reed as a starter until Vic. Reed used to give me strong Kurt Coleman vibes, all the instincts without the physical ability, and Vic we trust. That's an interesting point. Robert Fly says, we still have Lewis Seen. Do we let back? Oh, we were talking about this already.
He trash.
Ace Luck says Parsons started all the drama between Slay and CJGJ, all because Carr beat they back in and CJ basically called Carr a bum the next week. Shaking my head. I don't know if that's where. I mean, I'm not gonna say it didn't add to their discontention or their issues with each other, but Michael Johnson says, and how would we trust? Thank you for the super chat, Michael. Mr. Put In Work said with the 1999 super chat, thank you, Mr. Put In Work. We really do appreciate that. He said CJGJ was a dog, but he was brutal in the red zone. I trust Vic. Love the content from all three of y'all. Keep grinding. Thank you, man. We really do appreciate that.
That's true. He did have some issues in the red zone.
He did. We don't talk about it, but he did give up that touchdown in the Super Bowl. It was a garbage one, obviously, but he did give him the Super Bowl. Just saying.
Also for the crowd, that's like when CJGJ left, the defense went downhill. Very much true, but also we have Coop and we have Quinyon on this team now that was not here.
Yeah.
In that 2022 year, like we've got two young dogs, two young energizers. Like Quinyon brings so much energy to the team as well. Like, so I do not foresee now, while CJGJ brought so much energy and so much life back to the team, Quinyon and Coop were a large part of that as well.
Yeah. I don't think this is a similar situation. The personnel is significantly better. You're younger. I believe your coaching staff is significantly better as well, and you're retaining the same group of guys. I don't think this is a apples to apples situation. Fly Roberts Fly says Pat still after AJ and we get their first pick. I hope they give up on that, honestly. Mr. Put In Work back again with the super chat. He says, when AJ misses games, we lose. When Dallas misses games, the train still rolls. That's technically true. And I think the Philadelphia Eagles do look at that and say, AJ, we don't win. Goddard, we won a lot of games without him. So when you see, that's the thing. When a team is able to prove that, regardless of how it looks or regardless of how we feel about it, that's something that goes into those conversations. It does. Mikey 215 with the super chat says, CJ, my dog, don't like the trade, but we're gonna be good. Yeah, like I don't think any of us like the trade, right? Whether we feel like maybe it was the writing was on the wall, or maybe we felt like, it couldn't be stopped. But I don't think any of us, me, Symone, LB, I don't think any of us like the trade whatsoever.
Now you got Dan Cilio out here tweeting that the Eagles, Christian Parker, and CJGJ had huge issues with each other. Man, how would you know, bro?
Oh my God, man. Everybody going crazy right now. Here we go, man. Tone Lopez 86. Hey, I like that name, Tone. He says Bob is a little low losing CJGJ, but one silver lining is that the Niners got gutted and so happy Greenlaw's off their team. Yo, the Niners, we didn't really get into that. The Niners, they've completely cleaned house.
It don't even matter though, because the Niners ain't ops no more. Like, it's Washington now.
But it's just crazy to think about. Like, they moved on from the all-pro safety in Hufanga, Greenlaw, Ward, the corner. They moved on from their all-pro fullback and Kyle Juszczyk. He was a huge part of their offense. Traded Debo. They are completely in. I feel like they in rebuild mode.
They are.
Last super chat, 2K Diminished. He says, I heard Lori hit the blunt one time. Oh, we got another super chat.
Oh, yeah, Hargrave left soon.
Equeezy, Hargrave and Jonathan Allen with the Minnesota. Minnesota's reloading up that defensive line. I respect it. But Jonathan Allen for $20 million a year, I'm not doing that. And Equeezy with the super chat, he says, LB, did CJ respond to you talking about the trade?
What trade? What are you talking about?
CJ just said, shout out Slay going to the Steelers. Man, whenever that content come out from the Twitch, whenever that hits the timeline, Lord Jesus.
Oh, CJ just congratulated Slay?
Mm-hmm.
Did CJ respond to you talking about the trade? No, I just texted him and just was like, damn, bro, good luck. He probably busy. He going on the world tour right now.
Yeah, I mean, and then he got to get his affairs in order. I think he just bought a house in Philly, so he thought he was going to be here for a minute. Like, it's a lot going on for him right now. So, yeah. But anyway, that's the last super chat, y'all. That's it. Any final words from y'all? Y'all need to get off your chest before we start to close the show out?
No, I ain't got nothing. I got nothing to get off my chest.
No. Howie, I trust.
Howie, I trust. Vic, what up?
Howie and Vic, I trust.
Hey, listen, we gonna see. It's been a hell of a show. One of our biggest shows in a minute. We really do appreciate y'all for locking in for as long as you guys have been. At one point we had over 1,000 people in this live stream, man. That doesn't happen without you guys being locked in. That doesn't happen without Symone being as great as she is. That doesn't happen without LB being as spectacular as he is. So we really do appreciate y'all for being super supportive of the content and the transition to the new Linc Up channel. Goes a long way. This train gonna keep on rolling. And like I told you guys before,
keep on rolling.
Exactly.
Gonna keep on going.
And like I told y'all, the play don't care who make it, just win. Simple as that. Y'all been tuned into the Linc Up feature Symone Stanley, Lord Brunson, and yours truly, Tone DeShields II from Chalk It Up Sports. Where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. We out of here. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Turn the beat on.